Hey y'all, welcome back to We Can Learn a Lot Ethically from Batman. We're finally doing an episode on Back to the Future. I say finally as if we've been doing this for a long time, but...
This is actually episode 100.
No, it's not. But yeah, this is the first movie on our lists that of our favorite lists, so...
Yeah.
Finally getting into
Number
it.
2 on mine.
Yeah, I think it's number 2 on mine as well.
Yeah.
It's up there. I can't remember though. So I'm gonna do an unscripted plot summary for this movie. If for some reason you've never seen Back to the Future, which it's a classic. So.
I mean, you gotta go watch it.
Yeah, it's a fire movie. It's
Don't
amazing.
listen to this episode without seeing it.
It's fantastic. So I'm gonna get into this plot summary. So we start off with this guy. His name's Marty McFly, right? He's a pretty cool guy, pretty chill guy. He's got a hot girlfriend, you know. That's the mark of a pretty cool guy. But he's also looking at other girls, so you kind of guess that he's kind of a scoundrel, you know. And and he gets a call from this weird scientist guy, and he says, "Marty, I need you to help me out with this project of mine." So he's like, "All right, cool." He tries to do some band stuff, but he sucks at playing guitar. Not really. He's really good, but he's just too darn loud. So they don't really like him too much. And that happens. His car gets wrecked by the antagonist? The antagonist.
Yeah, I would
Biff.
say, yeah.
Who's this kind of big, brooding guy.
He was drunk driving.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He crashes the car, and his dad, George McFly, is kind of a dope. He kind of gets in, not really a confrontation with him, but he doesn't get into a confrontation with him, so he's a dope.
He's just not very good at confrontations.
So Biff kind of bullies him around. He says the famous line, "What's up? What are you looking at, butthead? Say hi to your mom for me." Classic.
Such a wild line.
But it's finally time, so he goes to the Twin Pine Mall where Emmett Brown is, Dr. Emmett Brown, and it is revealed that he has made a time machine out of the best car ever made, a DeLorean.
You made a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Yep. So we get some hints on how it works. It uses plutonium, which he stole from. Who does he steal it from?
Terrorists.
Yeah, terrorists.
Yeah, the terrorists steal it.
And then he steals it from the terrorists.
He says he's going to make a bomb and gets it from them. And he doesn't make a bomb.
Yeah, and he uses it for the time machine.
Yeah.
So, he needs plutonium for it to work. He put in the digits on the time machine when he figured out time travel, which is November 5th, 1955. Classic day. And some shenanigans happen. The terrorists show up, shoot Emmett, Doc, and Marty gets in the DeLorean and drives and accidentally time travels to 1955. And in these shenanigans, he accidentally runs into his dad in the past, obviously, and then eventually he runs into his mother, and they don't do anything, but she's super weird and falls in love with Marty, which is so odd. It was way weirder in the musical, because we watched the musical of Back to the Future. And some more shenanigans happen, and he messes up the timeline, and he finds Doc again, and he doesn't think he's actually from the future, but he's proven wrong by knowing how he made time travel.
How he made time travel. Fell off his toilet, slipped, and hit his head on the sink.
Yeah. And so they got to figure out how to put everything back to what it's supposed to do. And eventually they do. But it happens in a different way. So George is not a dope. Because he punches the crap out of Biff. And everything's fine.
He's not a loser.
He's not a loser.
He got Lorraine, and he's not a loser.
Yeah. They figure out how to time travel with the lightning. that struck the clock tower, and they figure it all out. Marty time travels back to the future and gets back, finds Doc, who is alive because he wrote him a note in the past. So he's alive now because he wore a bulletproof vest. And he goes back home, and a lot of things are a lot different because they're rich or whatever.
Yeah.
They're rich.
The family's rich.
Yeah. It's a lot different. I'm doing a very bad job of summarizing this plot.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, so that's the plot of Back to the Future. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. And
awesome movie.
And if you've never seen it, and I just did that plot summary, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
But
if you've seen it, you probably understood that plot summary.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you've seen it multiple times, you just like.
What do you mean multiple times? If you've seen it once, you can gather my plot summary. It's perfect. It's a perfect plot summary.
Yeah.
There's no holes in the plot summary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you want to talk about first, Carter?
I don't know. I just go from the beginning, like behind the scenes stuff. So, Bob Gale, the one half of the Bobs, Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis. What? Why did you look at me like that when I said the Bobs? That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Bob Gale and Bob Zemeckis.
Okay.
They had, I can't remember what movie they used cars. They had just made used cars. It didn't do great at the box office. They hadn't really made a great movie yet, so they were looking to they were looking for their next one, and Bob Gale was looking through his dad's yearbook and wondered whether or not he would have been friends with his dad when his dad was in high school, because his dad was class president, and Bob Gale kind of hated the guy who was class president of his high school, so he just wondered, like, would him and his dad have been friends? And that's where the plot started and became what it is now. And so they went around to a bunch of different studios and pitched it, and it just wasn't anyone's thing. Everyone was kind of wanting raunchier comedies, which is kind of funny because this movie's a little edgy, but...
What do you mean it's a little edgy?
Well, like, Disney didn't want it because it's incest. That's what they were told.
Maybe a little bit of incest. They don't do anything.
No, but Disney was like, no, we don't want this movie. This is incest. She kisses her son. This is weird. But nobody would take it because it was, like, down to earth and, like, wholesome. And
isn't that how most 80s movies are?
Yeah, I'm like... They were wanting raunchier comedies, I guess, in 1985, but eventually Spielberg, with Amblin Entertainment, through Universal Studios, got the movie. Spielberg directed it, right? Or did Robert Zemeckis direct it?
I don't know.
I think Spielberg might have been a producer. Yeah,
probably.
I think Zemeckis directed it.
Something like that.
But Michael J. Fox was the first choice for Marty.
But he had scheduling conflicts.
Yeah,
at the beginning.
Family Ties. His very successful sitcom. I need to watch that sitcom because I love Michael J. Fox.
Yeah,
I need to sit down and watch it. It's such a tragedy that he
can't really act anymore.
He can't act. His Parkinson's. It's awful. He was a great actor. He would have been an amazing actor.
Yeah.
But Eric Stoltz was the Marty that the studio went with, and they filmed for him. They filmed with him for about 5 weeks. They filmed a
lot of the movie.
They filmed a lot of the movie.
There's a lot of clips and released footage of his version of the movie, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
Growing up watching Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox he's so much better at acting.
Yeah, they showed it to the studio, they showed it to Spielberg, and there was just something off about it. Like, It wasn't that Eric Stoltz was a bad actor or he was bad on set. Like,
he was kind of bad on set from what I've heard.
Really?
I don't think many people really liked him.
Well, it was just, he just wasn't Marty.
Yeah, I don't think he had the charisma or enough charisma as Michael J. Fox did.
So,
because, like, the scene that I see the most when it's, like, comparing the actors is when Marty, in quotes, finally, like, gets to Hill Valley, and he's, like, kind of just walking around, like, dumbfounded about how different it is. And, like, obviously, like, Michael J. Fox is, like, tripping over stuff, and he's, like, looking around, and he's like, what's going on? He almost gets hit by the car.
Mm-hmm.
He's, like, just tripping and falling, and, like, just... You can tell that he's so weirded and stressed out. And then...
isn't where he's from.
Yeah, you got the other guy who walks around, just kind of looks. He does, they do the almost get hit by a car, but he just kind of, like, jumps a little bit, other than, like, Michael J. Fox, like... trying to stop it and, like, kind of falling all over it, and, like, it's so different. It's so weird to watch.
Yeah, and it would not. I'm imagining it would not have been what it was without Michael J. Fox.
Not at all.
And I think his name being in it helped it, because he was doing Family Ties. Family Ties was huge.
Yeah.
So Fox was given the script with the understanding that filming for Family Ties came first. That Family Ties was more important, and he was okay with that. So he would film Family Ties from 10 to 5, and then he would drive over to the Universal lot and do Back to the Future from 6 to about 5 in the morning. And then he would sleep for about 3 hours and go and film more Family Ties.
I bet it did not show in either project.
Oh, no. Like, he talked about it being, like he kind of loves it.
Yeah.
Like, he got to push the limits of his acting. And he also said that Robert Zemeckis really helped him with the energy being up. Like, sometimes he'd come in tired, and Robert Zemeckis was just all in on this movie.
Yeah.
He was so pumped to be there directing this movie, and it just brought Michael J. Fox up, like, brought his energy back up.
Yeah.
A lot of Marty's scenes were filmed without him, and he would film his parts later. So, like, the first one in the kitchen, he was not there.
Yeah.
Like, the scene in the kitchen where Lorraine is talking about her first date with George and how they met, Michael J. Fox was not there. Like, the camera is from his perspective because he was not there.
Yeah.
They filmed his shots later.
How she never parked with a boy, or talked to a boy, or laid eyes on a boy, never saw a boy. What's a boy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a good scene.
Yeah. It is. It's funny. It's definitely knowing what comes later in the movie. It's
interesting.
It's funny lines.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the jokes are funny because the actors played them seriously.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the lines are delivered with such seriousness.
And, like, the other characters are just like...
Yeah, like...
What are you saying?
All of them are so confident.
Yeah.
In everything they're saying. Like, why don't you make like a tree and get it out of here? He fully believes that's how the phrase goes. He does not know he sounds as stupid as he does. And it's hilarious.
Yeah. I feel bad for liking Biff as much as I do.
Oh, he's awesome.
So when I was watching it for this time, I have 3 questions I want to ask you about this movie.
Okay.
They're super dumb and just like they don't matter at all. But my first one is, why is that guy in like Biff's friend group? Why is he wearing 3D glasses? What is he doing, dude?
Oh, yes. The character who is named 3D.
Yeah, like, why is he wearing 3D glasses?
That's his only defining characteristic. I don't know.
He only has, like, 4 lines in the entire movie?
Maybe because 3D was, like, a new thing, and it was just, like, he thought it was cool.
I was about to say, maybe it's Doctor Who, but Doctor Who was definitely inspired by that.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Who did exist in the 80s, but not David Tennant Doctor Who. But, why is he wearing 3D glasses? What is the deal with that?
It's just like, I don't know.
And this might be a bit of a more spicy question, but why, again with his friend group, why are they so okay with him just raping Lorraine? Like, what the heck is wrong with them?
Yeah, I think they're just scared.
Probably.
Like, honestly, like...
They don't seem to be remorseful at all,
Any bullies group, they're just punks, just like him, and they can't be as they're not Biff. They don't
Yeah.
have the power to be Biff, so they're just running around with him.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like if I was in a friend group like that in high school, and, like, I definitely was not, but, like, I'd be like, hey, maybe don't
And
do that.
they're just bad people.
Yeah.
Like that's just their characters. And I like that, and this is something I like about all three of them. If you didn't know, there's a trilogy. They made 2 more. But I like about all 3 of them that actors come back and reprise their roles.
Yeah.
Like Griff, Biff's grandson, which it's just just occurring to me now that it's just grandson and Biff put together.
Yeah. It's
It's Griff. But his friends are those actors.
Yeah.
With the girl added.
Yeah.
And then Mad Dog Tannen's group, his posse
Yeah.
in the Wild West is just those actors.
Yeah.
It's like for generations this family has just been running around with the Tannens.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. I do notice those kinds of things, and like hopefully we'll touch upon them when we talk about 2 and 3.
I think that gives it such a charm too, that it's just the same actors.
Yeah. Like yeah, honestly.
And I think it's also a testament to those actors that they can play so many different versions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean,
Magdalene Tannen is pretty different from Biff
and,
or Griff.
And Leah Thompson plays she plays 3 different versions in the first movie.
Yeah.
And then she plays
older versions.
She plays old Lorraine in the second one, and then alternate Lorraine in 1985.
That ugh.
And then she plays young Lorraine again with new scenes.
Yeah, and she's also the wife to the McFlys in the Wild West.
Yeah.
It's so different. It's so cool how differently they can act and stuff. Also, my last question is more of a silly question than anything, but how old is Einstein? The dog. Like,
he's old.
Because, like, I was doing the math.
He was there.
He's got to be at least 30 years old.
He was there in the 50s.
Yeah.
So he's an old dog.
So, like, it makes no sense to me. He's a 30-year-old dog.
Which is really old.
If you don't know anything about dogs,
they do not live that long at all.
The oldest dog that I knew was one of my old dogs. It was this black schnauzer. It was itty-bitty little dog. It was 21 years old.
Yeah. Dogs do not live that long.
Yeah, that was pushing it for that dog.
And I think it's the same dog. Like
they don't say anything about it being a different dog, and like he's a puppy in the 50s.
He calls it something else, but he just calls it something else.
Yeah,
he changes its name
it's
later.
It's like what do they call him?
It's
like Steiny or something.
I
It's
do
something
not
weird.
remember what he calls him, but he changes his name later to Einstein.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, maybe he's just a really old dog.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny because I noticed that, and I was watching the movie, and I was like,
I'd never thought about that before.
I never either.
That he's a 30-year-old dog.
Like maybe Doc did something and made him old, or like made him like immortal. I don't know.
Time traveled him.
Yeah, and like I don't know.
Went back and got him when he was still young and brought him or something. But yeah. So yeah, Michael J. Fox got Marty, and yeah, it was a lot of work to film.
Yeah.
But so the time machine, you know this, that the time machine was almost a fridge.
Yeah.
It was almost a time like capsule, and then they thought maybe it should be mobile so you can like move it around, and then I was watching a behind-the-scenes thing, and Robert Zemeckis also said, we didn't want kids crawling inside refrigerators thinking they could time travel.
Yeah, because that's a recipe for disaster.
I mean, still, with a car, you don't want a 4-year-old driving a DeLorean around going 88 miles an hour thinking he's going to go back in time.
Do you really think a little kid would it be even close to a DeLorean back then? Because, like, they weren't popular.
No.
They were crappy cars.
But still, he might get in his mom's
minivan.
Yeah, or her Saturn and roll off somewhere.
I mean, yeah,
but yeah. It looks cool.
I'd be more worried about the fridge thing.
Oh, yeah.
It looks dope.
It looks... Because if you're going to do a car...
Why not do it with some style?
Yeah, like... And a DeLorean looks like a spaceship. Like, it makes sense when he goes into the past.
Yeah, and everyone thinks he's an alien.
Yeah, because it looks like a spaceship.
Yeah.
The way the doors open up like that.
Yeah.
It looks...
Yeah.
Looks like a UFO.
The DeLorean is my dream car. It's been that way since I watched that movie for the first time.
I would have to redo it because they're crap cars.
Yeah.
They don't run very well.
No.
I'd have to rip out the inside and put another engine inside of it.
Yeah.
But
I've seen a DeLorean actually driving around once, and it was in Gallenberg, Tennessee. And it was, like I said, it was just driving around. It was the coolest thing ever.
I know there's a company that, like, rents the ones from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Like, they have a bunch of mocks that look like the DeLorean.
And you can use them and drive them around. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And I've seen the one in the Hollywood Car Museum that's also in Gallenberg.
I'm still interested. I haven't heard anything about the new DeLoreans, but I remember seeing a couple of years ago that they were making new ones.
Yeah,
and they looked really cool, but I mean, I've not seen them around here.
No. You really think they'd be around here anyways?
Dude, we have Cybertrucks, so
yeah, that's true. Those are the cheap knockoff DeLoreans. They wanted them.
Those are the ones that aren't fully rendered.
No. But, yeah, the DeLorean looks so cool. It's always been the coolest time machine design, in my opinion. I've got the Lego set DeLorean that they made a couple years ago.
Yep, awesome set.
Pretty cool. I have a model of it somewhere. It's super messed up. It's missing so many parts because when I was little, I played with it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. The DeLorean looks so cool.
Awesome.
I think the design gets better and better through the movies.
Oh, it's
with Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, my favorite's probably 2 with Mr. Fusion and then it flies.
Yeah,
and specifically when it's flying and the wheels are turned up.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I think my favorite is the 3rd with the white walls.
Oh, the tires are really cool.
Yeah, the tires are cool. The thing on the top of the hood looks pretty cool, and I like how they kind of changed the way the fire works because it kind of like spoiled around the fender, and I liked the way that looked too. And like obviously it got super messed up, but still, it didn't survive after that movie. But I think that one's my favorite DeLorean design. I think it looks super dope. It's always been my favorite.
Yeah, I also love the way the time travel looks.
Yeah,
and like. The way I heard it described is that the car's just ripping a hole in the space-time continuum and driving through it. And that's basically what it looks like. The thing in front of it, it's just like it opening and then it goes through and then the fire.
The fire track.
Fire is so cool. Where it's going, the fire track's going there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They didn't have to do that, but it's such a cool detail.
Oh, it makes for such a cool shot. Like between Doc and Marty's legs.
That scene,
that first scene?
Oof. That scene is iconic. I don't think... If you're a human, you've had to have seen that scene.
And like me, I'm going to make fun of myself here a little bit. I'm such a nerd about this movie. I've seen it 1,000 times. When that car came out of the back of the truck and the smoke was there and you heard the theme, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Like,
it always happens.
It doesn't matter how many times I watch this movie.
Yeah, it's going to
happen.
Gets you goosebumps.
It's such a good entrance for the time machine.
You made a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Duh.
Yeah.
But, so, the production crew had 3 cars.
3 DeLoreans?
Yeah.
Nice.
One that was fully outfitted with the time circuits and the flux capacitor and everything. The one used for that first scene where you see it all and like Doc's explaining everything, and then they had one for stunt work that
makes sense.
Didn't look great, but you only saw it from far away. So like when he's driving or when he goes through the barn, like that's the DeLorean they used.
Yeah.
And then they had one for inside shots that wasn't even a full car. Like sometimes it was half of the car, like they cut it in half. But like when he runs over the Scarecrow, or when he's driving down the road in Hill Valley for the first time. Like, that's the car they used for those scenes.
Yeah.
So they didn't have to deal with the whole car.
Yeah. And I'm guessing, like, the inside, like, Doc's lab, I would say, is that one, too.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Michael J. Fox apparently, like, kind of hated driving that car because it was a little, it was clunky.
Well, yeah.
And all the machines in it, like, when he would shift it into gear, he would bang his hand against the time circuits. There were so many times where he'd come out of filming with, like, bloody knuckles because he would just slam his hand into the sharp edges of the time circuits.
Yeah. I mean, if that were me in the time period, like, when this movie was getting filmed, I'd probably be really mad about it, too. But if I had the chance to drive a DeLorean right now, my God.
Looking back, like, he's probably gotta love it. Like,
yeah.
That's his career.
Yeah.
Those movies.
Yeah, he's Marty McFly 100%.
Yeah, forever and always.
Yeah. And, like, oh, man. I want to drive a DeLorean so bad, but they're so cool.
So, I thought this was really funny. So Sid Sheinberg, the head of Universal at the time, didn't understand the title. He hated it. Like, he didn't understand. He thought the audience wouldn't understand how someone could go back to the future. Like, he didn't understand it.
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. We got to go back to the future.
Yeah, like, we were in the future, now we're in the past, we gotta go back to the future. Like, it's in sentence, when they say it in the movie, it makes sense. I gotta admit, like, the first time I heard it, which was who knows how long ago, but it was a little bit like, huh? But, like, I
guess I was a stupid idiot little kid, because I didn't give it any thought.
Like, in context, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But he suggested they change it to Spaceman from Pluto.
No.
I don't think we'd be talking about this right now if this movie was called Spaceman to Pluto.
Because, like, that's such a long title for a movie. I feel like that's a...
Spaceman from...
What are you thinking about? He's thinking. He's making his thinking face.
It is more letters. I was thinking it was less than Back to the Future.
No.
It's just 2 more.
But still, it's more words.
No, it's not. Spaceman from Pluto?
It seems
Back
like more...
to the...
It seems longer.
Yeah, it does seem clunkier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up! You're a jerk.
Yeah. But Spielberg sent back a note thanking him for, like, brightening up their morning with such a funny joke.
Oh.
And he never brought it up again.
That's fair.
And I think at this point, Spielberg probably had a level of power. He'd done Jaws. I think he had done E.T. because Amblin was already a thing, and, like, the logo is the E.T. thing. So I think he'd already done E.T. So, yeah, like, he had a level of power. Spielberg could make a blockbuster. I think Universal kind of trusted him. So,
yeah. That's fair.
But, yeah. The opening in Doc's house was apparently a pain in the butt to film.
Interesting.
Like, it took them 3 days to film that scene. They had to get the coffee to spill on cue. They had a guy under the table shooting smoke and, like, popping the toast up.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Looking back at it now, it definitely seems like a lot more complicated scene. Because that long take is... like, it's not particularly long, but it's...
And they needed everything to happen, like, in the right moment. So they couldn't rely on the toaster to just be popping. They had to have somebody doing it. And, they built a machine that would open the dog food. Like, that's actually a machine. But they hadn't got the licensing for the dog food yet. Mm-hmm. So, it was different weights.
Huh.
So they had to redo it. And the licensed dog food wouldn't plop on the ground like they wanted it to. So they had to warm up the cans before they put it in the machine so that it was warm and that it would plop on the
Also,
ground.
that scene is so disgusting.
Oh, the dog food.
The dog
is
food's
so
gross, dude.
Yeah, it's so nasty.
When I was little, and I remember watching that movie for the first time, and like my mom was showing it to me, and she was like, "I'm sure you'll love this movie." And it starts out with that. I was like,
yeah,
what is this?
There's also like such a setup of the plot in such a simple opening scene.
Yeah,
Like we see all Doc's inventions just going absolutely bonkers.
yeah, and
So-
you see the Brown family mansion destroyed or dismantled,
Yeah.
whichever one it
I think
said.
it was burned.
Yeah,
Something
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, something where it doesn't exist now, and then you get the newswoman talking about the plutonium, and then you see the
You
plutonium,
see the plutonium.
under Doc's bed,
Yeah, it sets it up so nicely.
and then you also get that Marty wants to be a rock star.
Yeah.
When he busts the speaker.
I want that little yellow guitar,
Mhm.
that little yellow
Mhm.
electric guitar. I've never seen a guitar like that.
It's so cool.
And in the musical, they had one.
They did have one.
And ooh, I want one so badly.
They did have one.
It's such a funky looking little guitar. And I just want it so badly. I just think it looks so neat. But yeah, that opening scene is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine. This was a interesting point that I'd never really thought about, but the 50s were an interesting time to set a story about teenagers because teenagers weren't a thing until the 50s. Like, our idea of
Yeah.
a teenager and, like, going to high school and,
Yeah.
like, the scene in the diner. Like, kids didn't hang out like that before. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, World War II, the Depression,
Yeah.
and then before that, you didn't even go to high school. You just worked on the farm.
Yeah.
Like it was the Depression, World War I, and then before that, you just went to work.
Yeah.
So the 50s were the first time that our idea of teenagers came about. So I just thought that was a cool thing.
That is interesting.
That like they didn't have that time. Your childhood ended when you were like 10 and you went to work.
Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't know that, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I like the 50s setting.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of setting is super cool. My Dollywood heart is screaming every time I watch that movie.
Oh, it looks so much like a Red's Diner in that whole area of Dollywood.
Yeah, I like that vibe of just like kind of not. I mean, it's old, but like it's just interesting. I've always wanted to like go back in time and see what it was like.
This movie created a love for time travel. I don't care what it is. If there's time travel in it, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, you want to talk about the time travel rules in this movie?
Oh, sure.
Because we've all expected the exact same time travel rules, and then Endgame busted through the door and said, "No."
Literally said Back to the Future was a bunch of crap.
Yeah. So, you want to explain it?
I mean, time travel works, I guess, like we would expect time travel to work. It affects the future.
Yeah.
Like, you change something in the past and it affects the future.
Yeah.
And the separate way that it works in Endgame is that it creates a parallel world where things are different, which is...
If you can't tell, which I know the
stupid.
people who are listening to this 100% can't tell, but I'm rolling my eyes.
It's stupid.
It doesn't make sense.
It's stupid. It should affect the future. It should be the Back to the Future rules.
Yeah. Back to the Future rules make a lot more sense.
And, I mean, the plots of these movies would be nothing without those rules of time travel. They'd be nothing.
If they adhered? If they
Adhered?
stuck to in-game rules, the movie would not exist.
No, it'd be nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the film, you talked about the 50s, filming on a backlot, because Hill Valley was
On a backlot.
a huge backlot.
Yeah.
It gave them a lot of control. Like, they looked for towns, but they didn't feel like they could just take over a whole town like they did. And
not like
have,
Wanda would.
have the control that they did on the backlot. So they made the 80s look rough. Like they sprayed dirt on the buildings, and like all the movies were like not appropriate at all, and there was drugs and alcohol and homeless people, and the 80s just looked rough.
Yeah.
And then you went back to the 50s, and it was this pristine, almost phony kind of hill valley. Like it looked like it was fake.
Yeah. I mean, it was,
but you know what I mean. Like it looked
real, but fake.
Not to make a pun, but it looked like it was out of a movie.
Yeah.
Like it looked like Marty wouldn't believe that this is real. Like it looked too good to be true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was cool.
That is cool. Also, in the establishing shot, I think it's one of the first establishing shots of 50s Hill Valley. There's that kid walking with his dad, but he has the spring shoes.
Yeah, the spring shoes. There's
Dude, any time I watch that movie, just the panning shots of establishing shots of the 50s, it's just so funny to me.
There's such a charm to the level, like the technology in these movies, especially in the second one.
Yeah.
When you get to 2015,
oh my gosh,
to see what they thought 2015 would look like, it's wild.
It's great, but the spring shoes. I feel like there was another thing that I thought of. I liked the team of mechanics that came out and was fixing that guy's car.
Gas station.
Yeah, I liked that. That was pretty cool. The amount of detail in this backlot made town is crazy.
Apparently, Texaco sent them like the specs on what an old gas station would have looked like.
That's cool.
So they could have it down to the details.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah. I like the diner, the interior of the diner.
Yeah. I think the jokes about him wearing a life preserver are hilarious.
That's so funny.
Because
they make so many jokes about it, but it's never not funny.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have puffy vests like that back then, so I mean, it looks like a life jacket.
What does 3D say? He's like, get a load of this guy's life preserver. Punk thinks he's gonna drown.
Uh-huh.
Like, what are you saying, dude?
Yeah.
And then
Doc thinks he's raising money for the Navy.
Yeah.
Because he's wearing a life preserver.
And Lorraine's mom is like, where'd you come? Port side?
Yeah, uh-huh.
There's so many jokes about it.
There's so many time jokes that they're able to use in this movie.
Yeah.
Like the JFK joke. Of course Lorraine's dad doesn't know who JFK is. It's 1955. He's a senator. He's not president yet. He's a senator that somebody in California would not know about.
Yeah, and the joke about Ronald Reagan.
Oh, the actor?
The actor?
Who's the Secretary of State? Daffy Duck?
Yeah. It's so great. Yeah. I just love those kinds of jokes. I think they're really funny. I like the guy when Marty's like, "Give me a Pepsi free," and the guy's like, "No, you have to pay for it." Because you gotta pay for it. They didn't have zero sugar Pepsi back then. So I thought that joke was pretty funny, and just gives them a black coffee after that.
Yeah. The manure was just dirt and potting soil.
Yeah.
And I'd always wondered how they did that scene. They positioned the car on the back of the truck and then just slowly dumped it on the actors so that they could breathe. Because I'd always wondered about that. The guys on the opposite side of the car are completely under dirt. There's no way in a real setting that they'd be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Because Biff and the guy behind him, their heads are poking out, but the other two, they are completely under it.
Oh, what a way to go out if they'd actually died. Suffocated by manure.
Yep.
That would have been
And
great.
that's another of the reoccurring jokes in this franchise.
Yeah, the manure.
Are awesome. Throughout different times, how things happen the same. Yeah. That a Tannen always ends up with manure in his mouth.
I like the... what's the guy who plays Biff's name? I can never remember.
Oh, my gosh.
But the actor who plays Biff... Yeah. He plays ukulele and writes songs, and there's a song that he wrote, and it's just people
the question song.
Yeah, just asking him questions, and one of the lines of the song is, "Was that real manure?" It wasn't.
Yeah,
and I like that line a lot.
That song is really funny. If you haven't heard it, definitely give it a listen. It's
Biff's little ukulele
song.
It's
hilarious because it does answer a lot of questions that people would ask him. So yeah.
What I think my other favorite line is, "Do the hoverboards really fly? It's a movie."
Yeah.
And like in the clip that I've seen when he's singing that, he looks so mad when he says that. Like obviously he's joking around, but he's like, "Do those hoverboards really fly? It's a movie. Stop asking me questions."
Yeah.
It's so great. It's so funny.
So the oddness of the plot.
Okay.
I think so. If you don't know, Marty goes back in time. His dad, the way his dad met Lorraine is he fell in the road. Lorraine's dad ran over George, and George ended up inside the house.
Yeah.
George was a peeping Tom.
Nice.
And he fell out of the tree and into the road. Yeah. And Marty was following him because he was his dad. Like, he was following him. He didn't know what to do in the 50s. He was just freaking out. And he pushes George out of the road. And now Marty's the one who gets hit by the car. And Marty wakes up in his mom's room.
He doesn't have his pants.
They
call him Calvin.
The pants are on her hope chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, the way she talks, you could just tell from the beginning she is attracted to him. And it's weird.
It's very odd.
It's weird. It's uncomfortable, and it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And I think that's totally fine. It gets their point across.
It's supposed to be weird, and I think the thing that makes it, like, okay, this is weird, but it's, like, this movie is wholesome, and, like, the message gets there, is that she's the one who rejects Marty.
Yeah.
That Marty is never into it. He always thinks it's weird.
Because it is.
Because it is. It's really weird. The only time he does it is so...
She potentially...
So that George can intervene and punch him and get Lorraine back. But that's the only time he really accepts...
Because a man is supposed to be strong.
Yes. And that scene...
Oh, that seems so weird.
The way Christopher Lloyd looks around his shoulder at Marty gets me every time.
Yeah. He's like,
whoa, bro.
Whoa.
Slow your roll.
I like in that scene also, like, she kind of, like, walks towards Marty, and Doc is just staring at him, and he's like, oh my god.
Yeah. But that she's the one who cuts it off, and after she kisses him, there's this universal, like, force that goes through time and makes her realize that this is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, the famous line, when I kiss you, it's like I'm kissing my brother.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something about him. She realizes that this is not right. And after that, I mean...
she's
she doesn't
pretty platonic.
Seem to have any attraction to him after she gets with George.
Yeah. Because she's with George now.
Yeah, she's with George now.
Yeah. George is amazing, dude. I love George so much.
I hate so much that Crispin Glover was apparently, like, really hard to work with.
Really?
Because he's so good as George.
Yeah.
Like, he was apparently really hard to work with and, like, would not listen to the directors. That's why he's not...
In the second one.
They recasted him in the second one, and then Michael J. Fox plays Seamus.
Yeah.
Which probably would have been Crispin Glover's role since Seamus is married to a Leah Thompson character.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently he was really hard to work with, but he's awesome. He's
so weird.
He's such a loser. Like, I hate to, like, I'm sorry, George, but he's such a loser.
You're my density.
I love that line. I quote that all the time.
I like when after he says his lines about you get your hands off of her, and he does his ta-da after he finishes his line. It's such a weird little detail that he like.
Do I have to swear?
Yes, George. I'm not gonna finish the sentence, but yeah.
Yes, George. Bleep 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 bleep. Swear.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna go and touch her on her.
Yeah. That scene is great.
He's so awkward and
he's so weird.
I can't go to the dance. I'm gonna miss my favorite program, science fiction theater.
Yeah. What the heck is that about? Dude, chill out, man.
I write stories, science fiction stories.
Yeah. He doesn't let anyone read his stories.
Which I'm glad that changes.
Yeah. because now he's rich in the alternate future.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because of his books.
Because of his books. His first novel. I like the picture on the back of the book of his.
Does not look like him at all.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. But, so the original ending of the movie, which...
We both know what it
would have
is.
been crazy. It would have seen Marty and Doc taking the car to a nuclear test site to generate the 1.21 gigawatts it needs to travel back in time. So they literally would have dropped a nuke on the car. And I guess Doc would have just been far away, like, just watching it drop.
I guess so.
But I feel like the ending we got makes it feel more...
connected?
Yeah, and feel like it could have happened. Like, like, it's not this huge thing that everyone would have known about.
Yeah.
The entire world knew when the military was going to test a bomb.
Yeah.
Because you'd see the cloud. Like,
everyone would notice.
That wouldn't be a tiny thing. And
no.
And it appears that no one sees the car going back in time with the lightning strike.
Yeah,
like,
and
no one's on the street.
And it's a lightning strike. I mean, those happen literally all the time. If you watch a storm, bzz, bzz, so like it's so,
It also creates such a suspenseful ending.
It does.
Like, Doc would have just hit the button and the bomb would have dropped and Marty would have been fine. Like, they would have created more suspense.
Probably.
But Doc having to put the wire together and it coming apart and him ziplining down and putting it together just as the lightning strikes.
Yeah, it gets you on the edge of your seat, even if you've watched it a million times.
And the car not starting, and the car not starting being a problem throughout
the whole movie.
All three of them, really. The car starting is such a problem.
Yeah. It's like my car.
Yeah. It's, if only we could jump it off. But, you need 1.21 gigawatts to do that. So. But, the truck. I think the truck is probably the first piece of, like, behind the scenes I ever learned about this movie. Because I just noticed it. The truck at the beginning, that Marty's like... Man, I'd like to have that truck. And then the truck in the garage are not the same truck.
They're not?
No, that truck blew up. You didn't notice the yellow things on the top? Like, the first truck, there's yellow things on the top of it, on the, like the bar that goes overhead.
Are they like lights?
I don't know, it's just like a decal.
Oh.
But the second truck is not. Like, there's not the yellow things. I think I'm right about this.
Oh, I did not know that.
I mean, I might be wrong about this. This may be something that I've just believed for years, and I might be wrong.
You saw it on a Reddit post 5 years ago.
I mean, because I have the Back to the Future box set, and there's hours and hours of behind the scenes. I think I saw it in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a bunch of fact checking that goes into this podcast.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're just two nerds reading Wikipedia.
It's pretty much reading Wikipedia. I don't do any research.
Yeah, you watch the movies. I
watched the movie today. It's okay. I've seen the movie so many times.
You've seen it a lot of times. But it was the highest score on a test screen that Universal had ever had up to this point.
Makes sense. Pretty great movie.
It was like, and they talked about. I mean, the directors were all there, like, listening to the audience and watching them react. Mm-hmm. And they talked about how when it started, when Einstein goes back in time and you don't know what's happening, like, up to that point, if you're watching this for the first time, you don't know what the car is. Like, he's not talked about it. So the audience, like, gasped. Like, there was an audible gasp. Because,
you obliterated Einstein!
Like, did they just kill this dog? Like, what just happened? And then he came back, and the audience started to get it, and there was this click, and they said there were multiple times that there were stand-up cheers during that movie. So, like, and this was before the time of the internet, so, like, nobody could say, like, oh my gosh, this is a great movie. Like, it was just word of mouth.
Yeah.
So every screening, it was that. Like, nobody knew time travel because word of mouth didn't go that far unless you got to the news or something. Yeah. So basically every viewing, it was like the first. Like, nobody knew it was a time travel movie yet.
Yeah. I've always... If I could go back and, like, watch any movie for the first time, it'd be Spider-Man No Way Home first. But the second one would definitely be Back to the Future.
Yeah. But so Sid Sheinberg, who I mentioned earlier, the head of Universal, wanted it in theaters by 4th of July weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So 9.5 weeks after they wrapped filming, this movie was in theaters.
Wow.
Post-production worked really hard.
Yeah.
It
Editing and adding special effects to movies takes a long time.
And it takes a long time now.
Yeah.
Definitely took a long time then.
Yeah.
9.5 weeks.
That's pretty crazy.
They were in the theaters.
I didn't know that, actually.
And it was the #1 movie in America for 11 weeks in a row. And it went all over the country.
Yeah.
And all over the world. It was a
cultural
huge
phenomenon.
thing. But, so, the budget was $20 million, and the box office return was $388,862,657, which is 20 times the production budget.
That's
So
pretty wild.
It made a heck of a lot of money. This movie exploded.
Yeah. For good reason.
Yeah. It's an awesome movie. And factoring in inflation, which really affects it since this is a 40-year-old movie.
Ugh.
Yeah. It was a budget of a little under $60 million with a return of $1.16 billion.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
If that movie
if
released
anyone
today,
made a movie today with a budget of $60 million and it made $1 billion, that would be insane.
yeah, that'd be pretty wild.
Those people would be on top of the world.
Yeah. That is pretty wild.
All right, so that's all the behind the scenes stuff I got.
Yeah. Now we can we've pretty much been talking about our thoughts on the movie in between these thoughts and behind the scenes stuff.
So, yeah, I already talked about the opening scene with Doc. Oh, the skateboard ride is a great, showcase of Hill Valley. It's a practical way that Marty gets to school, but it's also a great way to show what the streets look like and the square looks like to compare it to the 50s. And alternatively, in the next movie, to compare it to 2015. Mm-hmm. And alternate 1985.
Ugh.
And 1885.
Yeah. One thing that anytime I've watched this movie, I would get so mad if this happened to me in real life. Obviously, they're sitting in front of the clock tower, Marty McFly and his girlfriend, and he's kissing on her and stuff, and this lady with this freaking can with a bunch of
the clock tower.
Save the clock tower, dude. What is wrong with you? They're having a moment. Leave them alone.
30 years ago, lightning striked our precious clock tower.
Yeah, what? If that happened to me, I don't know what I would do, but I would just be baffled.
I'd probably do what Marty did. Just here's a quarter, lady.
Here's a quarter, lady. Get out of my
Go
face.
Go away.
Yeah.
But that's also that's a comedy scene, but it also the clock tower. We now know
it sets up the clock tower.
The lightning struck the clock tower. Marty has that flyer. He can see the time.
Yeah.
And that's something too that you can do with a time travel movie that they really did well in this movie. Everything that happens in 1985 comes back.
Yeah.
No line is a throwaway line.
Yeah. It's such a tightly written movie.
Everything comes back.
Yeah.
No McFly ever amount to anything in the history of Hill Valley. You come back to the present. His dad's famous author. Dave's a businessman. His sister is obviously rich in her own right.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it's great.
And Biff is waxing their cars, which that version of Biff I love so much. The bob haircut and the green
jumpsuit.
Yeah, jumpsuit out there waxing the cars.
He's so weirdly happy.
Yeah,
when he comes in with the box and he's like, "Oh, hey, Marty."
He's so happy to be George's yes man, basically.
Yeah, it's so funny. Now Biff, I said 2 coats.
Biff, always trying to pull something. It's such a contrast from the
Yeah.
beginning of the movie, and I love it.
Hello, McFly. The hello, is anyone in there, McFly? It comes back in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the conversation that they have in his house about the report for work, and the conversation in the cafe about his homework, the same conversation.
It's the same thing.
Just flipped schoolwork with job work. It's the same. Like, I sleep in on Saturdays. McFly, your shoes untied, knocking his head.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want me to get fired. You wouldn't want me to get expelled. It's the
same
conversation.
Same thing. It's so great. I like Biff. I feel bad for liking Biff because he's the bad guy.
And he's a horrible person.
Yeah, he's a horrible person.
But Thomas Wilson, is that his name? I think that's his name. I can't remember if that's his name or not. But his portrayal of Biff is just
great.
So good.
He's such a jerk. It's great.
There's so many weird lines. Like, when he's talking to Lorraine and he says, you know you want it. You know you want me to give it to you. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
He's such a... Yeah, Thomas Wilson. Okay. Yeah, he's such a weirdo.
Yeah. Just shut your mouth, Biff.
Yeah.
Just stop talking, dude. And, like, obviously, you mentioned the get out, make it like a tree and get out of here. He's such an idiot.
And then that joke comes back in the second one where old Biff is like, you idiot! It's make like a tree and leave! It's leave! You sound like such an idiot when you say it like that.
Yeah. It's so great.
Marty's line, history is gonna change, is like this is a time travel movie.
Yeah.
It's just
history's
literally gonna change.
Yeah, I like that he plays guitar. I mean, I play guitar, so I like that. Like I said,
the
I like
appeal of the rock star in the 80s.
And I like the Johnny Be Good scene. The great scene in the dance.
This had never really occurred to me. Like, I knew that he used the skateboard and that he played Johnny Be Good, but like, the directors intended that to be that he invented the skateboard.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
I'd never really thought about that, and he invented rock.
Yeah.
When Marvin calls Chuck, which is just a good joke that it's Marvin Berry calling his cousin Chuck Berry, who wrote Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
Like, he says, listen to this, and he invents rock in that moment. Like, it just never... I never thought about that.
I like those details, because, like, obviously he breaks that, like, little scooter thing that kid had, and he uses it as a skateboard, and that's how skateboards exist.
Yeah. But Huey Lewis as the judge at the band thing, the Battle of the Bands, who says you're just too darn loud. Also, his soundtrack... Amazing. And I'm glad that they got to an agreement, because he didn't want to do the movie if he had to make a song for it. Yeah. And they were just like, whatever song you write next, we'll just put it in here. And he just, like, Power of Love was on his list. Yeah. And that's a great song. It's an awesome song.
It is. That movie's soundtrack, I was watching it today, and I was like, obviously I love the soundtrack, but I noticed it so much more. And, like, I like the, what is it when, like, music notes and, like, come back in, like, a different way?
I mean, just callbacks, I guess. I don't know
there's a specific term, but, like, obviously you get, like, the dun 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 dun, dun and, like, it comes back in, like, somber ways, it comes back in exciting ways, it comes
like
back
when,
in suspenseful ways.
Marty's writing the note, it's there in a sad... like a somber tone.
Yeah, it's the main theme is amazing. Like,
and all of the characters have their own themes, which I think is just a really cool thing to do.
I like when movies do that.
For a movie, just so that you know, like, this is their moment. Like, subconsciously, you're like, this is their moment, because they've established that it's their theme earlier in the movie.
And Power of Love, great song. Back in Time.
Back in Time's a good one, too.
So good. Mm-hmm. I love the soundtrack to that movie. I like the soundtrack in most movies. That's because I just like music. But, yeah. It's just so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Doc recording how the time machine works. that's a really practical way to also show the audience how it works.
Yeah.
So that we know when things are going wrong later in the movie. Like, he's recording it for his record, and so he can show that later when he unveils his invention. But it's also like the audience now knows, time circuits,
like
flux capacitor,
he's telling
plutonium.
Yeah, he's telling Marty, and I guess whoever he shows this tape to, and us, the audience.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it's a good way to do it.
And the what you think is a throwaway line the first time you watch it. I forgot extra plutonium. How was I ever gonna get back?
Yeah.
And then the terrorists show up, and he never puts extra plutonium in the car.
Yeah.
And Marty gets back to 1955, and there's no plutonium.
Yeah.
And you can't get plutonium at the corner drugstore.
No.
Not like you can in 1985.
Yeah, and like it could have been so easily just an exposition dump, which is conceptually what it is, but like it feels so natural.
Yeah, it feels like this isn't obvious. Like this isn't obviously like we're telling the audience how this car works. Like it isn't like a drawn out like scene where it's very obvious they're telling the audience how it works. It makes sense that Doc would be keeping a record.
Yeah, and it comes back later in the past when Doc is watching it. And
when Doc is watching future Doc on the recording.
Yeah, I like that scene a lot when he figures out that... I mean, he doesn't figure out, but he notices something's wrong.
He knows something's wrong.
Yeah, and like that's a good scene because like, you know, something's up. Well, he knows something's up. The audience already knows that he's going to get shot, but yeah, that's a good scene. I like all the scenes with Doc. I guess we should talk about Doc now.
Yeah.
Doc is amazing.
Great character.
Christopher Lloyd, amazing actor. I love him in a lot of things. He's also in Clue, the movie.
Yeah, is he Professor Plum?
Maybe? I can't remember. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. But he's great in that movie. And like obviously he's great in all of the Back to the Future movies.
He's great in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Which is not a conventional Christopher Lloyd role.
No.
He's wild in that movie.
Yeah. And like we watched the Back to the Future musical pretty recently, and like they changed a lot about him.
Yeah, I didn't like Doc in the musical.
Yeah, and like that just shows how much or how easily they could have messed Doc up.
Maybe it's just because Christopher Lloyd did such a good job, but I feel like all the other characters were the characters from the movie.
Yeah.
All of them were pretty much.
Yeah, all of them were pretty much
They embodied the characters from the movie.
But Doc was so different, and
and that's kind of how it is, like in the musical, like even in the Broadway recording.
Yeah,
he's different.
Yeah, and like I don't know, but like you don't get much of Doc's backstory or like why he's doing what he's doing, but like you just feel for the guy. Like he's alone in his big old mansion, and like you can tell he's weird and he's wacky.
Even like as 2 and 3 progress, you really don't know a lot about Doc.
No, like he's just the scientist guy.
Yeah.
And like I feel for him, like you care about him, and like obviously like when he gets shot, like obviously you're like, oh, that kind of sucks because it's so early in the movie. But like when you go back to the past and
you want Marty to save him.
Yeah,
you want him to have enough time to save him.
Yeah, and like it's just so good.
And his journey. Actually, I won't talk about that. We'll talk about that if we do the third one.
Okay.
We'll talk about his character arc.
You want
the trilogy.
You want to throw some theories around how Marty and Doc met? Because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
How did they meet? Why are they such good friends?
You know, honestly, I just kind of always envisioned that like little Marty just wandered into his lab and just started messing with stuff, and they just kind of got along.
That would make sense.
That's just kind of always what I had in my head, because Marty's kind of different too. So
yeah,
I don't know. He's not a typical kid.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And I don't imagine he spends a lot of time at home.
No.
Because he seems to hate his home life.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he thinks he's cooler than the rest of his family.
I mean, he is a cool guy.
Yeah, and the rest of his family are kind of losers.
He kind of gives me the same vibe as like Max from a Goofy movie.
Yeah.
Because like he's cool, but he's also just kind of a loser.
Yeah. He thinks he's a lot cooler than he really is.
Yeah, but I saw one thing. I can't remember what it was from, but it was like Doc used to be the science teacher at Marty's high school.
Ooh.
And I can't remember if they said like Doc remembered him from the past, and that's why he like befriended him. But like I don't know if that's the case since all the time travel shenanigans.
I don't think it is, but I mean they knew each other before Marty went back in time.
Yeah, but like the reason why Doc was like Marty is because he knew him from the past. But it didn't exist back then.
When they first met, that past didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
The past hadn't been changed yet.
Yeah, so I don't know if that would be true or not. I like the
idea. The teacher
idea
thing would make sense.
Yeah, I like the idea that he's
Strickland knows him.
Yeah.
Strickland knows of Emmett Brown.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the whole town probably just knows because he's like the weirdo. But
yeah, he's the weirdo who lives in like the far reaches of the town.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But some fun details like in the movie, the mall.
Yeah.
Becoming Lone Pine Mall after Marty ran over the other.
Yeah. Super
Pine.
visible detail.
Oh yeah, like
because obviously it's Twin Pine Mall.
Yeah, it's Twin Pines Mall, and then he runs over the one, so now it's Lone Pine Mall.
Yeah. Pretty good detail. Pretty funny. They didn't have to do that, but they did.
Or Joey being in the playpen and not wanting to ever get out of it, and he's also wearing a striped shirt that kind of looks like a prison outfit.
Yeah, you better get used to those bars.
Yeah. Jailbird Joey.
Yeah. That's a funny detail. I like the detail of the rerun.
What's a rerun?
And he's like, you'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
But yeah, I like that. I think that's really funny too.
Something I noticed, and it's funny now that we're watching these films with intent of talking about them, I'm noticing more. I mean, I've seen Back to the Future who knows how many times.
Yeah.
Doc's mind reading thing was on Einstein.
Yeah.
He took it off Einstein.
Yeah.
I never know. He was trying to read the dog's mind.
Yeah.
Because he never talks to anyone.
Yeah.
He has no people that he talks to.
Yeah.
So he was testing it on Einstein. I never noticed that the suction cup was on him and that he was trying to read Einstein's mind, which is just so funny to me.
Yeah. I just imagine that's like him doing that before Marty shows up. So he's like over there grabbing it. He's like, "You're thinking of food," and like Einstein's just kind of like
tail.
Yeah, that scene playing out before the scene officially starts would be really funny.
Car, squirrel.
Yeah, it'd be super funny to see that beforehand.
Yeah. The Photoshop on the photo, like Doc talks about the photo of his brother being photoshopped, and that
his hair's gone,
and I was like, it's like the DiCaprio meme where you like whistling, look at the TV.
I think I noticed that not the third time I watched it, but the third time recently
that it's him disappearing from existence. And then I also thought it was funny that the camcorder was able to connect to Doc's TV because that technology is 30 years apart. I don't think that a camcorder could. I mean, maybe, but I don't know if a camcorder could attach to one of those old TVs.
What I think how the camcorder attached to the TV is just composite cables.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
Did TVs back then have composite cables?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like I don't know if they could attach.
Yeah. That is funny. I never noticed that. I mean, I noticed that they attached, obviously, but I never really thought about the technology being so far off.
The punch in the diner when Marty punches Biff. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure, like, the directors have said there's no way of knowing unless they go to the original film, which could damage it. But most people agree that that's Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
That fist is the original Marty.
Yeah. I have heard that too.
It seems to come from a higher spot.
Yeah.
And Eric Stoltz was taller than Michael J. Fox, which also, there's so much comedy with his height when Biff
stands up.
straightens his back, and you can just see Marty's eyes.
Yeah. That scene comes back in all of them, too.
It does, when Griff makes himself taller with the robot legs.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
good stuff.
I've heard that too. That it's the original. That's the only scene that was
it's
from the
only
original.
Doc reading the letter and just throwing caution to the wind really just encapsulates the theme of the whole trilogy. That you just write your own future.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah. Like, I mean, your future is written, but who's to say you can't change it?
Yeah. Yeah. This movie is a great movie.
Like, it shows that the smallest choices can drastically affect your future. I mean, George punched Biff, and his future is so different.
Yeah.
So different.
Yeah.
But, just the contrast of the family. Dave was working at McDonald's, now he works in the office.
Yeah.
Linda was longing for a boyfriend, now she has two.
Apparently too many.
Yeah, like, Dave can't keep track of them.
Yeah.
Lorraine now likes Jennifer and knows about the date when before she didn't like her.
And she was trying to keep a secret from her.
Yeah. The car isn't wrecked, and Biff is waxing it.
Yeah.
He's George's. I mean, their roles basically flipped. Now
Yeah.
he's
the yes man to
the
George.
loser. So yeah, and yet it feels like it's not bullying, like, because George isn't being mean to Biff.
No.
Like, at least not for, and maybe that's just the protagonist's perspective, but he's not being mean to him. He's just making him do his job. Like, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not being mean to him like Biff was.
Yeah.
George is confident enough to publish his writing, which was not something that was true in the 50s.
Yeah.
And then the ending. Not supposed to be a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be one movie.
Well, it's not really a cliffhanger per se.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's a cliffhanger.
The fans thought it was a cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was supposed to just be intended that they're riding off into the sunset. This is their next adventure.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, this story isn't over. But it's over.
Yeah.
Like, but the movie blew up. I mean,
and spawned 2 sequels.
Yeah, that I'll talk about this more, but they were written together. I'll talk about this more if we do part 2 and part 3. But they were written as one film. It was like 5 hours, so they had to split it up. But that's why it's a part 1 and part 2. If you haven't seen 2 and 3, they are more connected than the first and second one are. Which they all happen one after another.
Yeah.
They all happen in, like, because of time travel rules, they all happen in like two days.
Yeah.
Like, in the present time, they all happen in a couple of days because of time travel rules. In reality, it's like a month and a half for Doc and Marty, but it's like 2 days for Jennifer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Back to the Future episode.
Yep.
Any final thoughts, Seth?
I don't know, man. Like, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I've watched that movie since I was probably like 8. I remember watching it on a cable TV for the first time with all the cussing and stuff taken out. That's how I watched it for the first time.
This car gets up to 88 miles an hour. You're going to see some serious stuff.
Yeah.
But his mouth is not saying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, I love this movie to death. It's one of my favorites of all time. It's a classic. I feel like anyone could watch it and enjoy it. Like, I feel like it'll still be pretty relevant in 30 years. So
hopefully.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hopefully.
Any final thoughts?
I mean, I love this movie, and I feel like I've said this for every movie we've done so far, and maybe it's because we're picking
movies we like.
Movies that we really like, but it's on the perfect list.
Yeah.
Like, I have no big problems with this movie. Like, if I had to pick some problems, they would be nitpicky, and they would be like, meh
all
problems.
Right. So what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, I don't... This is number 2 on my list, so I guess I gotta say 10. Like, this is the bar.
Yeah.
Like, Back to the Future is the bar.
Yeah. I would say it's 9.5.
Okay.
Pretty close to perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. We will see you all on the next one, and remember, we can learn a lot ethically from Batman.